It's time for a foursome.
One, two, three, four, hit!
Well, hello, welcome back to the Friday Foursome. It's Friday Foursome 8. Two fours is 8. Friday Foursome 8. Wow. Right. So, quickly, to refresh on Friday Foursome 7, gaming shoutouts. 4 gaming shoutouts. 12 video responses. Great. Really happy with that. And the burp. We had Kit171. We had John Gage, we had Gashead Steve, we had Hellfire64, we had Infected Flinch, we had JL76 Gaming, as always, top man. We had Electric Adventures, Tivex Space Station, Acidonia 150, TJ Pelusius, 16-Bit J, and Swifto, Channel Swifts. And thank you everyone for the video responses. I'm sure, hopefully, that the shout-outs you gave the people you shouted out some additional viewership and hopefully more subscribers, because that was the idea of this Friday Foursome. So without further ado, I will go on to the winners. First thing I will say though is what I was doing with the voting, I tried to put the Friday Foursome currently running pinned at the top of my Facebook. It seemed a lot of people missed that, which was kind of the reverse of what I was trying to achieve. So it'll revert to like it was, just posting the links on my Facebook page as they go down the list. So scroll down, they'll be there. Please vote, because the voting turnout was a little bit lower than previous Friday Foursomes, which is a pity. But maybe that's my fault, because anyway, voting aside. Well, actually not voting aside, because we're going to go on to the votes right now with 4 votes for the question of your 4 gaming shoutouts is my good friend, my cohort, my partner in crime for Home and Away, Gashead Steve. His gaming shoutouts are thus.
So I've got 4 in mind. Actually, I've got 5 in mind. So I don't know whether to take one out or to cheat. No, I've got to cheat, but I will do an honourable mention. That's a good one, isn't it? So okay, the question of the week or question of the month is to promote other channels that you enjoy watching, and I've got 4 in mind that I enjoy watching. I think you should all know about it, because the internet would not be the internet without my opinion on something. So number 1, now everybody knows that I'm into films as well as games, so I don't mind cheating and sort of like talking about a movie film channel, and that channel is actually a name, a random name. It's Daniel Alton. Obviously the links are going to be below. He did have another channel before, but he closed it down. I think there was some nonsense going on, and he closed it down and he set up his new account. But he basically collects Blu-rays, and he's a bit of a film buff. He's got a fantastic Blu-ray collection. So again, if you're into films as well as games, then please do go and check him out. He's very good in front of the camera, very confident in what he's saying and everything. So he's an interesting watch and a really nice guy as well. So again, obviously links are in the description down below. Next one would be a channel that I've literally just found about 10 minutes ago, and this sort of prompted me doing this video right now. I was always going to do one because I think, you know, promoting other channels is great. And it's called Bits of Ben. Now, Bits of Ben's header is random. You've got me at random, mate. Bizarre comedy. I love random shit, as you might know, and I think I think everybody that watches my videos knows my sense of humour. And this guy's funny. He's very, very funny, but he has a point to everything. I like seriousness, and I like funny, and I like it if you're funny and you get to a serious point. Make sense? No, it doesn't. Not to me either. My next pick will be the Flick Pick. Again, another movie channel. Guy called John, American, fantastic. Again, great collection. But he does reviews on films and everything. He's got quite a few subscribers, so he's quite out there. So I'll be surprised if anybody that isn't into films don't know him. But again, I just want to promote his channel, because more so, rather than having you flock over there and help him out, he's got all the help he needs, or he's got the help already. He's obviously got a lot more subscribers than me. It's more so sort of like giving it to you that I am entertained by this channel, and I think you might be entertained by this channel. So go over, have a look. Again, links in the description, obviously. My last one, I'll tell you what, my honourable mention would be Last Gamer. Pretty sure most of you know it, or know of the channel. There's a guy over in Australia, I think he's in Australia, but he's got Games Room, Games House, spends an awful lot of money on sort of like extensions and everything like that. I've never really seen a complete room of yours, actually, mate, but yeah, it's really entertaining. I mean, it's something that I'm sure a lot of us would like to be able to do. Money makes the world go round, as such, and this chap's got it, and he puts it to good effect, definitely. So yeah, Last Game, that's my honourable mention. That's not my pick, because you only had 4 picks in the Friday Foursome. That's the rules. That's it. That was an honourable mention. Nobody pull me up on that, please. The next one is now a friend of mine, Dan. He has a website, or a YouTube channel called, it's his name, it's Daniel Ibbotson, I think it is. Again, links in the description. And he has a channel which is called Daniel Ibbotson, but it's Slopes Game Room. And he does fantastic like retrospectives, very similar to Larry, and very similar to the actual channel I found him off of was Oliver Harper, who does the retrospectives of. Is that 6 I've just promoted? I think it's 6, isn't it? Honourable mentions. You okay? For 4. I only have 4. So I get more words out. So yeah, Dan. Again, very, very good retrospective. He done a brilliant one on Roland, the Amstrad mascot, as such, who's kind of like fell by the wayside. Obviously you got your Marios, you got your Sonics, and everything like that. So, but the channel's amazing. Please do go and check him out. I do waffle. I probably don't get my point across very well. However, all these channels are pretty good. So if you're into movies, obviously check the boys out. If you're into games, obviously check the other guys out.
So thank you, Steve, for them shout-outs. We'll be all the channels that people mention, I'll be having a look at and visiting in due course when I get a chance, and I recommend you do that as well, because not only are they getting a shout-out on their channel, they're also getting a shout-out now on the Friday Foursome. Well, the 3 winners are. So great. Thank you, Steve, for that. Congratulations on winning this Friday Foursome with 4 votes. Secondly, with 3 votes is John Gage. Yes, Mr. John returns. One of my 8-bit fans. Does a lot of good 8-bit stuff, does John. And yes, and his shout-outs will appear right now.
But the first one's going to be a ZX Spectrum channel. Bazar H. He does some good reviewing on ZX Spectrum games. Tells you a lot about the games and all that. It plays them, basically great channel if you like your ZX Spectrum games. Worth checking him out. Great channel. And secondly, it's one person, but he's actually got 2 channels. So hopefully it could class as maybe 1, but it ain't. It's 2, but it's 1 person, if you know what I mean. And it goes by Lemon Tube Amiga or Lemon Tube Commodore 64 or C64. Very, very good channels. Very good. I'd say he's like the Zypho of the Commodore Amiga or the Commodore 64, both. Does some really in-depth reviews on both systems. Excellent intro he does as well. Brilliant. It is a very good channel. If you like your Amiga stuff, your Commodore 64, if you haven't subscribed to him already, go and check the channel out. It's a brilliant channel. Thirdly, this is a channel that really makes me laugh, and Luke, I can't pronounce his name, Lucozia, I don't know. He has said it, but I can't pronounce it. All the channels what I'll mention will be in the link below, rather. Lucosa, I think his name is, and it just come to me. He does Commodore Amiga and Commodore 64 once again, and he does some modern gaming on the PC as well, but he does do a lot of each other. So excellent channel, because he says what it is. If he says a game is terrible, he'll say a game is terrible. It's like me, but he'll, you know, at the end of the day, you are spending money on a game, and if it's crap, you know, you got your right to say what you want. Actually, what's the point of fucking buying a game and it's crap? You know, that's how he says it, and he doesn't. You know, if you think I swear badly, check this channel out. He has me in stitches. It makes me laugh so much. Brilliant. You know, I like channels like that. Makes you laugh, make you smile. I do like the serious stuff as well, but you know, I like a channel, you know, he says what the fuck he means. You know, the game's crap, he's going to say it's crap, and you know, everyone should be open about that. You know, as I said before, you're spending money on games. If it turns out to be shit, you've got the right to say it's crap. You know, the programmer should know better, especially if it's a big established company that produces these games. And that's what I like about him. He says what he wants to say, and that's how everyone should be, to be honest with you. Anyway, if you like your Commodore 64, and finally, you know, I want to mention also about the Amstrad CPC, and you know, there are a few, but I can't really find any newer ones that do gaming reviews. You know, the best one is I've seen is Zypho and yourself, Overbug. I think there's others out there, but you know, for Amstrad, they're the two that I mainly watch. I know there's others, but I just can't think of the top of my head. But I want to give this one a mention. This is the one I might have mentioned in another video before, but he hasn't been making many videos recently. He does a really good job of reviewing. I would say he's brilliant. He's an Australian, and the channel is CPC Forever. As I say, he ain't made many videos for a little while, so I hope he does, because he's a really good reviewer. Yeah, because he tells you how the game plays, you know, he does little tips here and there. He's a brilliant, I'd say he's a definite brilliant reviewer the way he does it. But you know, that's good that everyone that I watch, you know, every channel that do gaming, we all do it in a different way. You know, it's always best to be unique. That's what I like these channels, because everyone's different at the end of the day. You know, it's good to be different. You don't want to be the same as everyone else. That's why I like these channels, because everyone's different. Everyone does it their way. It's brilliant. That's what I like about Novabub bringing this question, this gaming channel shout out. So I think this is a very good idea, that, you know, bring the gaming community together. You know, very, you know, I think that's quite really good. I ain't even drunk yet. That's for later. Ow! Ignore that. That's my phone going off. Yeah, so there's my 4 gaming shout outs. As I say, these are all new. I mean, that Lemon Amiga, I think I've subscribed to him for some times, but I never knew he had a Commodore 64 site as well, so recently subscribed to that. Yeah, and I'll say CPC Forever. Here's another one. I did subscribe. I just knew him about Christmas time, actually. He was talking about the Amstrad and all that. He's a big fan of the Amstrad, you know. And Bazar H, I know he subscribed to me, or I started talking to him on I can't remember, it was an 8-bit, could be 8-bit gaming crew or something like that. I think it was, I can't remember. It's definitely a Facebook channel, not Facebook, a Facebook group. We started chatting and he subscribed to my channel. I checked his channel out, does his ZX Spectrum stuff. I thought he was a very good reviewer, what he does. Subscribe to him, good channel. And Lou Koza, I think I found him on Facebook. I was trying to find a game. When I watched one of his reviews, he had me in stitches. I just couldn't stop laughing. He's a brilliant reviewer. He tells the truth, tells you how it is. Okay, everyone's going to be different at the end of the day. Some people might think a game's crap, they'll think it's a good game. You know, everyone's entitled to their opinions at the end of the day, but there you go, that's what makes us all different.
And finally, but no means least, and I'm glad I'm really glad that I get to feature this man now. It's good that he got 3 votes as well, just the same as John Gage, and he was also the last person to make a VR, just in time as well, a day before, and that is Swifto Channel Swifts. You've got to check his channel out. The man is really funny. He's got far too few subs. He's nearly got 50. Pushed him up to 50, guys. Get it up. Emperor Swifto will be annoyed with you if you don't. But anyway, his shout-outs, along with some very excellent gameplay of a game that I'm really liking at the moment on the PlayStation 4, Race the Sun. It is called Race the Sun, yes, it says it right there. Channel Swifts and his shout-outs.
So the first one I want to shout out is the Midnight Gamer, who has 55 subscribers so far, at least that's what it says here. He's a Scottish retro gamer, like someone else I know. Well, he does a few different things, like showing Commodore games and doing video responses. He's done quite a few video responses. He's a fairly new channel. When did he start? 2nd of February this year, so yeah. He could maybe do with a few more subscribers, I think. So check out him, the Midnight Gamer. Next person I want to shout out is the Retroholic, who I've been subscribed to for quite a while now. I first subscribed to his older channel, the Static Shade, I think that's what it's called, which was shouted out on Steve Benway's Friday Foursome a few years ago, and that's how I first came to see like his other channel, his older channel, but now his newer channel, the Retroholic. He doesn't do videos that often, but occasionally he does appear my subscriptions page, and whenever he does appear, he usually asks some quite interesting questions, and also he does like gameplay videos, pointing the camera at the TV sort of thing. But yeah, I would recommend giving him a look. Now the next person that I'm going to shout out, I know you've probably never heard of, and how do I know this? Because, well, I'm the only person who's subscribed to him so far. Sim1980. Now, I'm kind of going out on a limb here. I don't really know much about this guy and his channel, but so far all he's done is video showing his systems, and he hasn't done anything else in like 3 months, so I'm wondering if the fact that no one has subscribed to him yet has discouraged him from doing any more videos. But yeah, well, he might turn out to be someone that we all respect in the retro gaming community, if there is one, and he's English, I think. That's about all I can say about him. But yeah, very new channel, and well, he seems well, he replied to comments that I made, so give his channel a look, and maybe he'll turn out to be one of it'll turn out to be a really good channel. I don't know. I'm just going out on a limb here, but yeah, just check out his channel. I don't know why I'm the only person subscribed to him so far, but a bit of encouragement might help. So last but not least is Stagotron, who has been subscribed to me for quite a while, and I have been subscribed to him for quite a while. He has 39 subscribers so far, and I think he has a few confidence issues, and I can completely understand that. He doesn't do videos all that often, but yeah, he's still going. He did videos a couple of weeks ago showing his Wii U collection. He also does the usual sort of let's play games, games, I guess. And he hasn't done much so far, but yeah, give him a look and maybe give him a bit of encouragement, I guess. So those are my shout outs for Novabug's Friday Foursome video. Thank you for watching.
So thank you, Swifto, for your shout outs. Thank you guys. For everyone who's done a video response, again, as always, I repeat myself on every Friday Foursome, but it's true. Of course, everyone's welcome to go back to previous Friday Foursomes, including this one, and do a shout out, and do a video response. You can do a shout out if you want, if you do a video response to this one, but do a video response to any of the previous Friday Foursomes. They're all in the playlist, they're all in the description box. Go check them out, please. Yeah, and have fun with it. Right, now moving on to Friday Foursome 8. I had two questions lined up for this one. Now, one of them I'm going to save probably for Friday Foursome 10, because it's kind of a thinking one to think about. And traditionally, ones to think about generally don't do that well. But never mind, because it doesn't matter really, as long as people like this show. That's the main thing. If you don't like this show, tell me and I'll stop it. It's as simple as that. I like doing it though, so I will continue to do the Friday Foursome. We do like a foursome. I like a foursome. Always on a Friday as well. So, I'm waffling now. Friday Foursome 8 will be your 4, there's a surprise, most desired gaming items. These are the 4 items that you desire to own in your collection the most. The things you don't have. Things that you may have had in the past. And these could be impossible things. They could be things that you would never ever get hold of. In every minute you've got a chance to win the lottery 10 times over before you get this. Think completely wild on this one. But things that you would so love to have in your possession, and it could be for personal reasons, it could be for nostalgia reasons, many different reasons. Please name your reasons as well. That's the whole point of this. So 4 most desired gaming items. These could be systems, games, memorabilia, blah 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 blah, anything related with gaming. You know how this works. Okay? Mine. I'll start with the first one, which is the impossibility. I think it's the impossibility, because I don't think it still exists. If it does, it's amazing. It would be the original Space Invaders tabletop cabinet that I had way back when my father owned a pub, and we had the like I've said this before on previous waffle videos. We had the Country Master cabinet. We also had a tabletop with a glass tabletop Space Invaders, and it was beautiful. And I wish I could have that now, just for nostalgia purposes alone. And value. I mean, it's an amazing piece of machinery. It's so elegant with the classic game obviously on the top. It's such a clear picture as well. I remember with the CRT sort of placed in it upwards like that. Amazing. Both ways as well. You could play it one way upside down, the other 2-player. So the screen would flip. So you play it one side, and if he lost a life, then the screen would flip, and the other side would play. I would just love that. I remember its panelling on the side, that sort of ash, sort of walnut colour panelling on the side, and it's T-shaped sort of metal pewter legs, and that sheeny glass top. Remember there being certain scratches on the side where people chinked their glasses on the side and chipped it. I would love it. I would love it. I mean, we don't know what happened to it when we left the pub. We think it went to a garage and storage somewhere. I don't know if it still exists. I hope it does, but I would really like to have it back in my possession. It's probably never, ever, 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 ever going to happen. A bit like my next desirable item. And I'm not going to beat around the bush. A full GX4000 collection. Well, that's what I'm going for. That is the primary gaming collection aim for me. Objective. There we go. Just cleared the old verbal rubbish out there. But again, yeah, very difficult. Like I said, if I could achieve 25 of the games like Zypho has, then I would consider that a success. But it's probably it's a long way off. I'm going to keep continuing to endeavour to try, or something along those lines. A full GX4000 collection, boxed, of course, mostly. I mean, no, boxed. I'm going to go to full hog, boxed. Okay, what? Forgotten now. Yes. Third one is something that many of you already have, and it's not a hard thing to get hold of. If I put my mind to it and I had the cash to fund it and build it, then I would probably have one already. And that is just simply a MAME arcade cabinet. A tabletop one. I just want a tabletop one with MAME obviously installed, and the hosting program, which I forget what it's called now, Hyperspin. That's it. And that's all I want. I mean, that's quite an easy objective, and it's something that I hope I will have soon, very soon. So that's a nice easy one to sort of a goal to achieve, but it's certainly desirable for me to have a standalone sort of tabletop arcade cabinet, MAME style. And last but not least, these are the cliches, folks, aren't they? Hey, again, a full collection. And this one would be valuable because it is expensive. People that collect for the system know it's expensive, especially boxed games. Retro Dave Nintendo knows all about this. And that would be a full PAL SNES collection, boxed. Would love that. I mean, this is something. It's something I started years ago to try and achieve, and of course that all fell apart when I got rid of loads of stuff and everything, and regretted that. Don't do it, fellas. Chaps, do not do that. I did it. It's a silly thing to do. So yes, you know, I'd love it. I'd love that. I mean, obviously, I'll still keep the carts that I already have. Some of the import carts I have, the Japanese Famicom carts and SNES carts, NTSC carts, of course, keep them. But I'd love a full PAL collection of SNES games boxed. It'd be amazing, just for everything about it. I mean, because it is, you know, overly my favourite system of all time, even above the GX4000, surprisingly. But it is, and yeah, that was it. That would be it, really. So that's it. There you go. So I've got two quite achievable ones there. Well, I say achievable. One's very expensive, but the SNES one is very expensive, but achievable. The main cabinet is achievable. The other two, maybe not. GX4000 collection full, long-winded, and it is possible, as it's seen other people do have full collections from the system, or full-ish collections. So that's possible, but of course the Space Invaders cab, probably never. But anyway, it doesn't matter. That's the point. My range is, there you go. It's some possible, some impossible, some maybe possible. But at the end of the day, it's four desirable items. Your four most desirable gaming items. I look forward to hearing your responses. I'm sure many of you are thinking, what do I really want? I hope you are thinking that, because that's what I want you to think. So get them video responses in. And for the Friday Foursome, again, it will run for a month, maybe a month and a week, like this last one did. Yeah, there we go. That's all I've really got to say. Quite a quick Friday Foursome this time. It's a quick foursome. We're sort of in and out like that. No pun intended. Well, probably actually completely intended, but there we go. 4 most desirable gaming items. I've been Novabug. I've never said that before. Friday Foursome.